Today we'll discuss about the some important points. Some important points means so interview point of time question. So interview point of time are some important things to remember as part of the SAP basis. Few things we need to remember, right? Those we will call the some important notes. Okay, important points. Maybe we'll put the heading like important points. Okay, so important points like so OS level. Suppose users are unable to log into the SAP system. Okay, in that case, even as a basis consultant, we also unable to log into the SAP level. In that case, how can you? I don't know what happened. So in this case, how can we troubleshoot the issues? Like how can we troubleshoot the issues? Suppose to check the system status, work process status. So work process status, what is the transaction code we will use it? To check the work process status, what is the transaction code we have to use it? So SM50 or SM60, SM50 or SM60, we will use it, right? So, and also MMC level, we can check the work process status. That is the important point. Okay. At the same time, even we are also unable to log in. Even basis team also unable to log into the system. In that case, how to check the work process status? So then in this case, you need to use the dpmon command. So that if you use the dpmon command, you will check the work process status. If you go to the M and L, then you will see the status of the dialog work process and all these things we can monitor in the dpmon command. Why? Because they will point out you. Sometimes we are unable to log in, users are unable to log into the SAP system. Then how will you troubleshoot it? You will check like, so I will check the work process status, and I will check the work directory logs, and I will check the DB connectivity status and everything. Then you will check like that, right? So in this case, so they will expect like, then how to check the work process status? You will say like MMC. Suppose we don't have the MMC. In this case, how will you check the work process status? How will you check the work process status then? If you check to check the work process status, then so we have the one more method. We have the one more method that is called the, you need to log into the operating system level. Then you need to use the dpmon command. You need to use the dpmon command. So that command will give you the status of the work process. Dpmon command. So few commands are there. So those commands you need to remember in your day-to-day usage. So what I said, it is not okay. Okay, few commands that is called the dpmon to check the work process status, to check the work process status at the OS level. Okay, the second one is the to check the your kernel version. So how to check your kernel version?
SM51.
Yeah, in the SAP level, you will go to the SM51. SAP level, you will go to the SM51. There you will find out the kernel version, right? So then they will ask you, suppose how to check the operating system level. Operating system level, we need to use the this plus work command. This plus work command. Okay, this to check the kernel version of the your system. What is the level and patch level? Okay, these are some important points they may ask you sometimes. Okay, how to check the and also we have one more command, r3 trans -d, r3 trans -d. So this is for the to check the this is for the check the connectivity to your database. R3 trans -d. This is the check the connectivity to and your SAP connectivity to your SAP to database level. Okay, so these are the some important points. And also the TP. Suppose in SAP level using the STMS, we will import the transports, right? We will import the transports in the SAP level using the STMS transaction code. But if we want to import the transport OS level also possible. In the operating system level also, we require this some knowledge. So OS level also, we have some commands. So TP import, so the transport request number, the SID, then PF is maybe client number. So we have to put client number, then PF is equal the transport path, the transport path, the transport path we have to, the bin path, the transport profile directory path, we have to give it here. So that TP command, basically we have to use the TP commands. So TP commands we have to use to check, to import the transport at operating system level. Operating system level, we have to use the TP commands. Okay, TP commands we have to use it. Okay, so this is a transport imports. And also we have some other commands like, so we have some other commands also, R3 trans fnd, displus, dpmon, and TP commands. So these are the some OS level commands to check the process, and sometimes they may ask you. Okay, so these are the commands. Normally, if I talk about the more, so we have the tables. Suppose we need to discuss about the some tables also. What SAP configuration information will be stored into the that tables. So that information also we required. So configuration, some configuration will be stored into that tables. So what are those tables? So that tables we'll discuss. Okay, one is the USR02 table. So USR tables. So this table store the all users related data, all users user master data. It kind of user master data, users related data. That is called the UME, user master data. How many users are there in your system? So is it locked or not? All the information will be stored into the USR02 table. And also the one more table that is called the, so TBDLS, that is for the, so logical systems. Logical systems will be stored. Logical systems will be stored in this table. Logical systems will be stored in TBDLS table. Okay, TBDLS table. And also we have TVARV, that is called the variance. Variance will be stored during the background jobs. We have the variance, right? So variance related table. This is a variance related table. Okay, variance related table. And also we have, so RFC des and RFC doc. So RFC des and RFC doc, and some of the RFC star tables. Kind of RFC, we will call it as the RFC star tables. So which means all RFC connections will be stored into the table. Whatever the configurations you are creating in SAP level, so each configuration, there is a separate table at database level. Why? Because we have the, so lakhs of tables in the database level. You don't need to remember the all those tables. But few tables which are required for the basis person. Few tables required for the basis person. So that's the reason we need those tables. We need those tables to perform the configuration to take that. These are the RFC tables. We discussed that SM59 we will create the RFC destination. So SM59 we will create the tables, right? That is called the RFC tables. Okay, RFC tables. So these are the some of the points you need to remember. So you need to remember. Why? Because we already discussed all the topics and everything, but they are not going to ask all those topics. But few tables which are important, actually. Few tables so which are important, those things we should aware of. All these things we should be aware of. Okay, so we should aware of the some of the tables actually. Okay, we have the functional tables as well. So those all are not required actually. Those all are not required, only so few are required. Those things we will be discussing about that. So next one is the, so TADIR table. that is called the TADIR table, directory and repository objects table. So repository objects. So all repository objects. So yesterday we discussed it, right? So the repository objects, repository data. So repository objects will be stored in this table, TADIR, very important table, right? So, and also one more table. So one more table, it's a functional table. Just want to highlight that one. So lips table. Okay, so the variety table, lips table. So in this table, the sales document, sales SD, LC, delivery items, sales documents will store in the, so in the lips table. Okay, lips table, SD documents, delivery item, delivery SD documents, and so delivery items will be stored into, so in this table. So where can we see the all these things? Where can we see the, so all these things means I
Yes.
want to see the tables data. So in which I want to see the tables data from SAP level. How can I go ahead and see?
SE16 and
Yeah, SE16, we can go to SE16 or SE11, put the table name, then you will get the, you can pull the data from the table level, right? Whatever you are doing in the SAP level, all will be stored into, your, so database level. Database level means there is a one table, right? That is the table. So T000 means clients related table. Whatever the clients you are creating, that clients will be stored into the T000 table, right? T000. Yeah, sorry, something happened today. Okay, so and also CDHDR, change documents table, change documents related table. Change documents means, so whatever we are doing the changes, that will be automatic recording we are putting, right? So that changes related table will be stored into the, so change document table. And also the functional, this is also functional table, that is called the T001 table, that is called the company codes related table. All company codes will be stored into the T001 table. T001 table. So the one more table, TSTC, that is called the all SAP P codes will be stored in this table. Suppose you want to see the, all, how many transaction codes you have in SAP. You want to see that one, you can go to this table, then so you can go to this table, then you will get the, so all these things, you will get the all these things like all transaction codes, whatever the transaction codes we have in the table. So all these things will be stored into the, this TSTC table, right? And also one more thing, these are the very important for us. So sometimes they may ask you, sometimes if they go database level, so they may ask you these questions. So what is the table which is stored into the some of the data, SAP related data? You no need to remember the all those things and everything. Only important one I am discussing here, only important tables I am discussing here, right? So and also money table. So money tables means it's like monitoring table, all monitoring data will be stored into the this table. Okay, monitoring table, money table, that is called the monitoring table. So these are the very important, actually these all tables are, so very important tables. Okay, so USR02, TBDLS, variants, RFC destinations, and lips table, that is functional, but simply you can remember the table name as well, right? T000 CDHDR money table. Okay, so monitoring data, all the performance and the monitoring data will be stored into the money table, right? TSTC, all SAP transaction codes will be stored into the this TSTC table. Okay, so this is the, so monitoring related data. So let's see here. So whether we can pull the data from SAP level or not. So what is the transaction code? If you go to the SE11 or SE16, here you can put the table name, then just click on the table name, then you will get the list of data from SAP level. These all are the, see here, 200 entries filtered from the system. All are the monitoring related data. All are the monitoring related data. And if I told so lips, so sales document, sales related data, all the sales related data we can pull from the data. Yeah, we can pull the data from here. So sales related. But if you have the data already there, if it is displayed, there is no data. It's like it's showing that zero entries means there is no sales related data, right? So then what next? So in this way we can pull the data from the database level. Suppose USR02, all users will be stored into the here, right? USR02. So if you go and pull the data from here, you can pull the data from here. How many users are there? We created many users, right? You can see all users are there here. When you created, is a super user or not? So all the information you can display from the system here. You can display here. So that is the users related table. Same as like logical systems, like, and also so objects related RFC destinations. I want to show one more thing like RFC des. So this is the all RFC destinations will be stored into this one. Whatever the RFC destinations there in the table. So we have to check this table. We have to check the this tables actually. Okay. So this is the all RFC destinations will be stored here. During the refresh time, we have to take the backup of the so this table we have to take the backup actually. We have to take the backup actually during the refresh time. Okay. So these are the important tables actually. Important tables. So this will be useful actually. This will be useful. This will be useful to the our day-to-day operation. Sometimes we need to pull the data. So T002, we need to pull the data, all the data, we need to pull it from the system. So what are the languages? If you want to check what are the languages are available in your system, then you can check from, so here in the T002, you can check it out, right? T002 for the language related. T001 is for the, so here, so this way we can, what are the fields you want to pull it? Company codes, all the company codes. So all the company codes and all the details are available here. What is the company code and what is the table? All the details are available here. Okay. So this way we can pull the data. Okay. These are the few tables actually. Many are there. Lakhs of tables are there. Those many it's not required. Those many it's not required for us. Okay. But but these are the very important to our day-to-day, or sometimes they may ask you, so sometimes they may ask you related these things and everything. Okay. So that's why these tables are very some of the important. These are the very important tables actually. Okay. So here we know, right, how to pull these things and everything. So you know now we can pull the, so we can pull the data from here. And also few of the tables like, so still we have the few tables, some important tables, that is the EDI star tables. Just want to tell these tables as well. So that is called the EDI star tables. That is the IDOCs and the metadata partner profiles. So those related tables, EDI star tables. Okay, EDI star tables. So EDI star tables means you will get the tables like, suppose EDI few tables like so EDI 13, I guess. Yeah, EDP. So 13, yes, right. EDP 13. That is for the partner profile, outbound partner profiles, outbound partner in W20, W21. So we will create this one, right? Outbound. So partner profiles, outbound partner profiles, outbound partner profiles. Then EDP 21. So EDP, so 21 for the inbound partner profiles, inbound partner profiles. So partner profiles means in W20, W20 and W21, we have to create some partner profiles to push the iDocs from one system to another system and to generate the meta, everything in W20, in W21. So we have to create the RFCs here so that the data will be moved from the one system to other systems. So that's the reason we have to create the data here. So that's the reason. So these are the important tables actually. EDP 21. So these are some partner profiles. Means those data will be stored into the here. So here nothing is there. So that's the reason here it's not showing anything here. Why? Because we have not created the any partner profile. It's kind of functional team, they will create it. Functional development teams, we have not created anything here. That's the reason here it's not showing anything here. Okay, the thing is you need to remember the so few tables actually, EDI. So EDI tables and few tables like EDI D4. So EDI, it means like EDI star tables. Okay, EDI star tables, EDI star table. You can just remember the EDI star tables which are related to the iDocs and partner profiles related table. Okay, simply can remember iDocs and partner profiles tables. Okay, so and also we have some reports as well in the system. So some reports where we have to execute the reports in SA38 or SE38. We have to execute the some reports like RDD, IMPDP or RDD, NUPP. Some reports we have to execute it. So what is so IDOC means intermediate documents. So the functional team or development teams, they will merge all the data, they will put into the in the iDoc. That iDoc we have to move to the some BW systems, some external systems, some PO systems we have to move. So the data, whatever the transact, whatever the data is there in ECC system, those data will be moved to the your prospective system in the form of the in the form of iDoc, in the iDoc. So in the iDoc, that is the functional. You no need to worry about the in deep on that one. Okay. So here RDD, IMPDP. So this report we know. What is the purpose of this report?
The background job RDD.
Yeah, this is for the transport request. The transport request. So the transport request will be so we have if you want to generate the transport request, you need to this program will be executed in the back end. The program will be triggered in the RDD IMPDP job will be run. If the RDD IMPDP job is not running, then you need to use the RDD new PP, RDD new PP, RDD new PP. The program you have to execute from the 000 client. This is for the scheduling the RDD IMPDP background job. You just click on the execute. Suppose the job is not running, you need to schedule the job. You need to execute the one report. That report you have to execute it. Okay, you need to execute that report. You have to execute it. Okay, and also we have a few tables like TR bat. It's kind of transports related table. The transports, what are the transports header, the TR bat, so TR job. So these are the transports related table. So what are the transports? All the information will be stored into these tables, transport header tables. So TR star tables, which means TR bat and TR job tables, transports related tables. Okay, and also we have some background jobs related tables as well. Background jobs. So that is called the TBTC. So TBTC star tables. So which means like TBTC T and TBTC, yes. So background jobs related information tables, BTC. So background jobs, okay, background jobs related table. Okay, then we have the update also we have the tables actually, right? So we have a few tables. So update, so suppose if you go to the here tbtc tbtc is not a structure, it's a structure actually. Go to the here, then you can pull the jobs, all the jobs you can pull it, what are the jobs there in the system, all the job, what if you create the one job, that job will be stored into the here in the table level. Okay, all the jobs. So tbtc star tables, that is called the tbt star table. Then e0, so 70 tables, e070k, e070l, e070 tables, maybe l, I guess it's not active, it's l. Yes, it's kind of, so transport request number, what is the series, it starts with the transport request. So e070 tables, e070 tables. So the transport requests which are there in the system, all will be there in the here, right? E070 tables, the transport request which you create, so all will be here, all will be there in the system, all will be there in the system. Okay, this is called the transport change request table. We can say like change request table, E070, E070 star tables, which means so change request, transport request. So change request related tables. These are the change request related tables. Okay. So then what next? What next we have there? So background jobs and update also we have the tables actually, updates. So update tables, update work process. So that will starts with the, so t, all the tables it will starts with the, so t v update, right? So we will search it. If you don't remember the table, so you can go back, so here you have the search option, you can pull the, so you can pull the data from the table, whatever the tables are there, so all the tables will be displayed here. So you no need to worry, you don't need to remember all these things. You have the search option here. So the search related information will come to the here. So in all the tables will be so displayed here, all the tables will be displayed here. Okay, so it's not like that you need to remember, you need to by head all the tables. Few are important, those tables you need to remember. Okay, few tables are important, those tables you need to remember, at least you need to remember those tables. Okay, so yeah, these are about the some important tables and important commands to remember. So apart from that, so we'll discuss about the, so yesterday we have discussed about the upgrade, kernel, and nodes. So we'll discuss about the some interview point of some important point questions. Okay, important. So important questions on, so upgrade, your SAP upgrade, then kernel, then SAP nodes. Right? We'll discuss about those. We will cover it now. Okay. So what is the use of the sum tool then? What is the use of the sum tool? So what is the use of the sum tool? To perform the patching, to perform the upgrade, all these things we have to use the sum tool, right? Sum tool. Previously we have the spam and saint. Now we have the, so sum tool, right? This is the things we have to use it, sum tool. So what is the versions of the sum tool? We have some 1.0, we have some 2.0. We already discussed, but again I'm revising from 1.0. So it's a very important. They may ask you basic question, which version of the sum you used. So then you told ECC, suppose some 2.0 or 1.0. Then if you told the different NetWeaver version, then you will be blocked. So that, right? So that way, so NetWeaver version 7.4 or below, then we have to use the sum 1.0. If the NetWeaver version 7.5 plus plus or above, plus means above only, right? 7.5 plus. So you have to use the sum 2.0, 7.5 or 7.5 above, then you have to use the sum version. Suppose if you tell we are using the ESP8 NetWeaver 7.5, then which version of the sum you usually means? If you tell like to sum 1.0, then you are wrong, right? In this way you will block, right? So that's the reason you have to clearly tell the versions. Then how to start the sum tool? How to start the sum tool? The starting of the sum tool. Okay, how to start the sum tool? It's a very important point. How to start the sum tool? How to start the sum tool? So we have to go to the USR, SAP, SID, sum above. Under the above folder, we have the sum start.bat space config host agent, then SID. So if you remember all these points, whatever I am telling now, then definitely can clear the interview. Because it's a very simple. Okay, how to start the sum tool? So it's a very important command. Then I ask you, okay, sum tool version. What is the port number for the sum tool? Port number for sum tool. So what is the port number for the sum tool?
1129, 1128.
Yeah, 1128 or 1129 for the port numbers. Okay, what is the port number for the SWPM tool? Port number for SWPM.
4237.
4237. 4237, right? Okay, this is the port number. Okay, so then so you will open the URL in the browser. So then how many types of scenarios we have in the sum tool? So types of scenarios in sum tool. How many types of scenarios we have in the sum tool?
3 types.
Okay, what are those?
Single, standard, and advanced.
So what is the shadow system concept? So what is the shadow system concept? What is the use of this
It
shadow
is
system?
just the same as the original system.
Okay. Then so suppose if interviewer asks you question, will you tell one word answer? You have to tell something, right? So what is the use of the shadow system?
Sum tool will create the shadow instance replicated to EC.
Okay.
Our EC.
Yes.
And the upgrade is performed on
upgrade
the shadow system instead on the original system to avoid the
To minimize the downtime, okay, or same words, to avoid the longer downtime or to avoid the risk on the main system, right? So you have to tell either 2 or 3 sentences. You have to tell, don't tell one word answers like that. Okay, don't tell one word answers. You have to express more on the topic. Shadow system concept is SAP introduced. Like suppose if you perform the main upgrade on the everything on the main system, that will impact the users. We have the longer downtime. If something goes wrong with the patches, so we are not sure how the system behaves, right? If something goes wrong, your system will be corrupted, then you need to restore the system back to previous status. Like that, you have to tell at least so 1 minute or 2 minutes. You have to answer, you have to tell about the topic, right? So not like gunshot answers. So few are the gunshot answers, like suppose port number, SWPM. So some of the gunshot answers, but some of the things you don't tell us a gunshot answers. If you are telling the gunshot answers means they will keep you on hold. Okay, don't tell like that. Okay, then so some roadmap steps. This is called the some steps or so some roadmap steps. Some roadmap steps. So how many some roadmap steps we have?
6.
6.
Okay,
Extraction.
So yeah.
Extraction, configuration, check, pre-processing, execution, and post-processing.
Right. So in which phase? So development workbench, development system will be locked. Development system will be locked. In which phase? Shadow will be created. Shadow system will be created. So what is the yeah? Yes. So in which phase development system will be locked?
In execution space.
Pre-process.
Pre-processing phase.
Pre-processing phase.
Yeah. In execution, system will be down actually. So, but development workbench will be locked. So, which means that is in the pre-processing, starting of the pre-processing phase, the development workbench will be locked, so that nodes or developer, they cannot do any development activities in that phase. So that is in that phase. So that system will be active. The users can do the transactions until end of the pre-processing, but starting of the pre-processing, developers will start development work. So that is the main thing. So in which phase, so your main repository data will be copied to the shadow system, shadow repository.
Same pre-processing stage.
Same pre-processing.
Okay. So what exactly happens in pre-processing phase?
Shadow system has been created.
Okay.
A development system will be locked.
Mm.
Some tool will create the shadow system.
Mhm.
The main repository data will be copied to shadow system.
Right, correct. All are whatever who told, so that's all are exactly correct. Okay. So yeah, it's a development workbench will be locked, shadow instance created, shadow started, shadow updated. Then, so in which phase we have to perform, in which phase and where, in which phase and where we have to perform the SPDD.
Same phase, pre-processing.
In the post-processing phase, sir? Sorry,
SP
it's in SPDD. Pre-processing, sir.
Pre-processing starting or ending or middle? Where?
Ending.
The end of
Pre-processing.
pre-processing stage, sir.
Okay. In which system we have to perform? Either the main
Shadow
system,
system, sir.
shadow system. Exactly. Okay. Sometimes interview may confuse you. Don't confuse, and you have to clearly answer. So, okay. So which client then?
Triple
000.
zero client.
Right. Exactly. Like good work, guys. Keep it up. Excellent. Yes. So in which phase? In which phase? So the shadow repository data, so copied to main system, the main repository, original repository. In which phase?
Execution space.
Execution.
Yeah. So what exactly happens in the execution phase?
The original system is in the downtime, is down.
Okay.
And this from the shadow system, the repository, the data is copied to the original system repository.
Right.
The
Exactly.
upgraded data is copied, sir.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So while in the execution phase, will DB down? Will be DB down in execution phase or
No.
only SAP?
Only SAP.
So, why only SAP? As I mentioned, upgrade means it's offline activity. So like I will vote like whether DB also down. So will you agree or not?
No, sir. We are performing
sir.
activity only on application, so it won't impact on database.
No, I'm okay. That is the true. But what I'm saying, DB also will be down in the execution phase. That is what I'm saying.
Yes, it will be down.
Is it correct statement or not?
So, but the activity of shadow repository copying to the original repository is done in the DB phase, right?
Yeah. Then how the DB will be down? DB it won't down, right?
No, only application
sir.
only down. DB will not be
Yeah,
goes
sir.
down.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes the people they will argue, okay, to test your confidence. So they will argue. Okay. So DB will up only. Why? Because if DB is down, how the data switch over, the table conversions and everything will happen in the database level. It won't happen, right? There is no connection to there is no connection to So database level. So DB it won't down. Only SAP will be down here. Why? Because so SAP level programs and everything is modifying to the latest versions as part of the SAP upgrade. So that's the reason your SAP will be down. Otherwise, what happens? You may get the programs dumps, program changed, load mismatch, syntax, all these things. Why? Because SAP is running means because of the programs, but those programs are updating, which means definitely SAP is not accessible. But DB is up. Why? Because everything the data is switch over into the database level. So that's the main thing you need to remember. So they may ask you why SAP is stopping in the execution phase. Like that, you need to tell like, okay, SAY means the repository data means programs, structures, table, functional models, everything is updating into the in the execution phase. While SAP is up, those programs cannot be modified, right? So then we need to suppose while our mobile is online, the mobile updates will happen. No, right? Mobile will be stopped, then updates will happen into the our mobile phone, right? Same as like here also, right? While mobile is up, our Android version will update. No, right? Base version will not. Why? Because all the programs and everything will be updated. That's the reason our mobile also will be restarted here. DB our SAP also will be stopped and restarted. Okay. So when we have to perform SPAU,
Post processing, sir.
post processing, is there any limitation, time limitation?
14 days
So what
from the
happens after the 14 days? Suppose I miss it to perform 14 days.
the changes happened will not get saved, sir.
Customer changes will be lost. You can say like the changes will be lost. Customer changes will be lost. Okay. Customer changes programs will be lost. Okay. That's the thing. So where to check the logs? Where to check or monitor? Check or monitor the so SAP upgrade logs.
Same screen.
Config check.logs.
In the same screen we can monitor the logs. Otherwise in the operating system level, so if you go to the USR, as I told you, navigation, right? USR, SAP, SID, sum, and above under the log folder. At least you can remember the above folder up to. Then after that you can say like under the above folder there is a log folder, it will be stored. So this is common for every log. This is the
Any
common.
particular files, sir, in that log folder? Any particular file like SAP
You have many files.
or
Not here. There is no. There are many log files are there here. Many are there, so we cannot remember, right? So suppose if you are referring the one particular step like tabium underscore something, then in that step, so we have the in that step you have the tabium.log file will be available. Suppose you are checking the EHP inclusion log, then EHP underscore inclusion.log file. So a particular step, suppose if you go to the USR, SAP, SID, then sum, so above and the log folder. These all are important. Maybe you can pull from latest one. You can pull the latest one. Then suppose you want to check the this. So all the space related logs, space check. Then all the logs are there. So, but main thing you asked me, right? There is a SAP up.log file. SAP up, alog, slog, ulog, alog, slog, ulog, SAP up. So these are the some important logs you need to check. Okay, important logs means so SAP up.log file, alog, slog, application server log file, and system log file, and the user related log files. So these four are.
And one more point, sir. Every specific phase log will be written on
All these four
specific
files.
log.
Yeah. So every phase, the specific log will be written into the these four files, and also the specific phase related .log file will be created. Suppose there is a one phase. Suppose like maybe SPAU evaluation. So that SPAU evaluation log phase will be created. Every phase, whatever the phase is running, that phase dot log file will be created. Dot log file will be created. These all are the log files. We cannot remember all these log files, right? So that's the reason you can remember these 4 log files, very important. You will get the sum close. These 4 logs always will be every phase. These 4 logs will be updated. These 4 logs will be updated so that you can just get the some log clues from this log files as well. SAP level, we know, like some tool level, console level, there is a log button. There we can check it out. There is a log button. Maybe we can see here as well. So if the upgrade is stopped in middle, you can continue from where it got stopped. Same as like our SWPM. Okay, so you can continue. Suppose now then the checks phase, so the error got occurred. Same in the check.log file, it is occurred. In the log file, you can see the check.log file is available. Suppose these are the task list. Suppose this is a log file. So this phase dot log file will be available here. Log files here also we can check it out, all the log files. So if it is not available here, then here also you can check. Same log files will be displayed in the console level, same. Okay. So one more thing here, you need to remember breakpoints. Breakpoints are some important points. Suppose now these steps are scheduled, right? These steps are not started. Suppose I want to put the breakpoint here. I want to put the breakpoint here. Then so stop in the next phase. Breakpoint means, so normally what the sum tool will do within the checks phase, what are the sub phases? All the sub pages will be continued same time. But when it is going to the checks to pre-processing, that time we need to click the next button, right? That time we have to click the next button. But remaining all the sub phases, it will take you through. It will go through, right? It will automatically, it will pass to the one step, another step, another step, one step, like that. It will pass it all the steps. I want to pass those steps as well. I want to stop the sum in that step as well. In that case, you need to set the breakpoint. So suppose if you set the breakpoint in this phase, the sum tool will pass this step, this step, this step, this step, and this step, it will stop it. It won't run in this step until you remove the breakpoint and so close it. So this is the breakpoints. Means breakpoint means you need to break that step here. Then some tool it won't run here. If you set the breakpoint in this step, some tool will stop the step here. It won't continue to the next step. Suppose you want to go for the break of 5 minutes break or 10 minutes break. Some tool will continue to update all these steps at a time, one by one, to continue to update all the steps. I don't want to continue here. I want to stop the breakpoint here. Then you can set the breakpoint. Then you can go for the break and come back. Some tool will stop it here. Then again remove the breakpoint. Then you can continue. That is the breakpoints, right? So then if you go to the, this is the sum utilities. If you go to the sum utilities, suppose if you want to change the color coding, suppose I don't want to be standard, I want to so contrast to black, some tool contrast to black. So then you can use this color coding as well. Screen, I don't want this one. I want to contrast white. So then you can choose this one. So whatever you want. So color coding, so whatever you want. So you can put the sum. So I like this face actually. I like this time. So this one. So this is your wish. If you don't want to so use all this functionality, do if you don't use this one, you can use it. Suppose up to pre-processing, we can reset the sum upgrade. There is a reset option. When it is going to the execution phase, we cannot reset. So there is no option as well. Now we can reset the sum tool. If you reset it, whatever the upgrade procedure happened from extraction to checks phase, all will be gone. It will be reset the whole procedure. So if you think so upgrade is having some issues in the shadow system, you want to reset, then you can reset. Up to pre-processing reset, it is a very important thing. Can we reset the sum procedure? Yeah, up to pre-processing we can reset it. When the execution phase, you cannot reset. Okay, up to pre-processing we can reset it. In the execution phase we cannot. So if we go to the sum utilities here, there is one important point here, some parameters. Suppose in the configuration phase, we set the parameters like 8, 12, 8, 12, 8, 12, 12, 34, something like that. We set the some parameters. So by mistakenly, I chosen the less parameters. Now I want to increase that one in the configuration phase, but already configuration phase is passed now. If you want to reset, whole procedure will be reset, but that's possible. If you go to the sum utilities, here you can change the values, whatever the values, uptime, how many process, downtime, how many process. If you want to reset, you can reset here. That is called the sum utility, sum parameter. You don't need to you need to restart the host agent. That's it. Okay. So that is a shadow parameter. These are the shadow parameter. My shadow instance number is 06. I don't want to shadow instance number 06. I want to 10. If you keep it 10, then 10 shadow system instance number will be created. So here. So and also some passwords. You wrongly provide the DDIC passwords and shadow DDIC passwords, and you don't know DDIC password now. If you want to change that passwords, you can keep the passwords here as well. So whatever the phases are completed in the sum screen, so in the configuration phase, so again, if you go to the sum utilities, there you can change it again. So there is a sum analysis file. If you go to the sum analysis, so in the sum analysis file, this is called the upgana.xml file. So each step, how much time taken, how many patches are imported, what is the source version, what is the target version, all the analysis will, you no need to do all the things, you no need to record it. Finally, one day your customer asks you, I need some statistics, how much time, when you started, how many batch process you used, so when you started and when it is you ended, and how many patches, bound patches are there, and so all this, how many, what is the versions, what are the SAP component versions, which component is going to the from which level to which level, this is the source and this is the destination, and roadmap steps. In the initialization phase, how much time it's taken. In the extraction phase, how much time it's taken, 33 minutes. In the configuration phase, 2 hours 56 minutes it's taken. And also in the checks phase, 1 hour 14 minutes. So all these things, initially we have the pre-processing and downtime, all the things. Just if you expand more any sub steps, in which step it's taken the 40 minutes, 15 minutes, each and everything will be tracked. Some tool will track the each and everything. So this is called the upgrade sum analysis file. So we can download this one, we can provide to the customer. Just want to see the analysis, how much time it took, the real-time statistics. Why? Because few days back we started, then again we are starting. So then all the estimation, everything will be, so upgana.xml file. That is called the sum analysis file, which is available in the sum utilities. If you go to the sum utilities, here you can see the, if you want to in the online, if you want to increase the sum parameters, you can increase it. And also if you want to shadow system parameters, you can increase it. Passwords, if you want to change it, you can change it, right? If you want to do the analysis, you can do the analysis here. So DMO, migration preparations, that is the different topic. Okay, these questions they may ask you. In the real time, shall I increase the process? Yes, you can increase it. You don't need to reset back. So how can I get the sum analysis? Each and every phase. If you go to the sum analysis, you will get it out. Yes, that will be added to the MNC. You can monitor, you can log in the shadow instance as well. That is the same as like your SAP system only. How the SAP system as it added to the MNC, same here I can add it. Okay, so this is a very important. Okay, UP upgrade analysis file. That XML file is called the upgana.xml file. Okay, so these are the some important points actually you need to remember in the upgrade, like what we discussed. Okay, you're clear, right? Regarding
Generally, how many days some upgrade will be executed, sir? Exactly. Any specific time?
time means up to pre-processing, up to from here to pre-processing, we will execute in the weekdays. Weekdays means Monday to Friday. In between, we will execute it. Then execution we will run in the weekends. Why? Because the production system, when you run in the execution in the weekends, then system will be stopped in the weekend, right? So there is no business impact. That's the reason we will run in the weekends. Suppose the non-production systems, development or quality systems, maybe in the weekdays we can start it. Within 2 days, within 2 working days, we can complete the SAP upgrade.
If customer provided downtime, then we can execute in weekdays as well.
Yeah, that's fine. The customer is happy, then why you are worrying? Then we can execute in the weekdays as well, right? Why we need to spend on the customer is okay, no problem. If my system is down in the weekdays also, I don't have any problem means, then why you are worrying? Then go ahead and execute the execution phase in the weekdays itself. System will be down. What is the naming of the shadow system? The same SID, same host number, and instance number is the different. Suppose your main instance number is the 00, then it will be 00101. The shadow, your instance number, your SAP instance number is the 10. Shadow instance number is the 10 plus 1 means 11. Just plus 1. Okay. So anything anyone wants to? Anyone expert in the here Linux?